The royalty financing market may be a new concept to many here in the UK. It's a tried and tested method, though, in Canada. And it's one of earning money from investing in companies based on the turnover of the business. Well, AIM-listed Duke Royalty has brought this concept to UK shores, and Neil Johnson is the chief executive. Neil, welcome.
Thank you.
Precisely what is the business model here?
Well, we invest. We take money from our shareholders as a public company, and we invest that through a non-dilutive method of financing that also does not carry a refinancing risk. So think of it like a corporate mortgage. You're taking a mortgage out on your corporation for as long as 30 to 40 years, and you're repaying that principal over the length of that term. The other thing that, as you said, the royalty market, it's a really top line. So not only do we get a return from interest, but we also get a participation in the growth of the business. So we take a little bit of risk on growing the business, because our royalty income can go up or down every year.
Okay, so in words of one syllable, how are you different from a company such as 3i here in the UK, which many UK investors will know about, which invest venture capital or private equity or whatever? Precisely what is it, the differences between you two companies?
Well, we first of all want long-standing profitable businesses, so we don't invest in startups, but most importantly, we back management and the owner-operators of these businesses. They're the business owners. They are the experts in running the business. If we find a company that does not want to give up control, does not want to sell their business, they want to keep their business, we're a great option for them.
Yeah. Do you invest in companies that are off-market, or do you invest in companies that have a foot already in the listed market?
Good question. We're looking for private companies, so that are not already listed. When you're listed, you have public shareholders to report to. A lot of the businesses that we want to invest in are family-run businesses that have been around for a long time, that have a history of profits that a public shareholder could not otherwise be invested into. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, so you're not on the board, you're just backing the management, as you say. What about the list of partners you've got to date? Whereabouts are they? You said, I know at the top we were talking there about the fact that you've taken this model from Canada and you're now rolling it out here and across Europe. Give us a flavour of the sort of partners you've already got.
We've got two companies in the Midlands, Trimite Global Coatings and Brown Hills Glass. So there's an industrial coatings or paint company. They're painting things like they've traditionally been painting London buses. They've painted jet engines for high performance. You know, these are coatings for high temperatures, non-corrosion. These kind of really specialized industrial applications, and it's been around for 70 years. The Brown Hills Glasses is a glass processing company, and they've done the Shard, they've done the British Museum, and they supply very high performance glass. You can do bulletproof glass, you can do amazing things now with glass for big shopping centers and high-end construction in the City of London.
But you are also cross-border, aren't you? Because I know on that list of companies, I think you've got one Canadian business, haven't you?
Yeah, we have a Canadian business, and it's interesting. You know, we're focused in UK and Europe, but as you said, we are the only listed royalty finance company. So we're really taking this North American industry that's 50 billion pounds of invested capital out of players in the North American market, and taking it, and our flavor is taking it to Europe. We also have a Dutch River cruise company, been around for 20 years. Brown Hills Glass has been around for 40 years, and our hospital management company that you referenced, InterHealth Canada, has been around for 25 years.
You mentioned European continent. Of course, we can't leave you without asking about Brexit. It's a big topic at the moment, of course, politically, and also for the markets themselves. Does this worry you at all? The potential separation from what is your base at the moment as an AIM-listed company and the European continent?
Well, we do factor that into our analysis, and we do a lot of deep due diligence. We have partners, consulting partners that help us with due diligence. Traditionally, it's been Oliver Wyman and very large management consultants. So that goes into our process, but ultimately, as a business that is investing around the world, Brexit won't have significant any significance to us.
So you've just reported full year numbers for the year through to the end of March 2018. What's the takeaway that we should pocket in this?
Well, the numbers were bang on line for the analysts' expectations, 1.8 million pounds of turnover. We implemented our dividend. To the end of that year was 2.1 pence per share, which is about a 5.25% dividend yield through that year. But we have increased our dividend twice. So right now we're on a 2.8p per share for the full year this year. And at current market, that's a 6.3% dividend. But because we raised 44 million pounds this summer, we are going to deploy, and that operational leverage will kick in, and we want to continue to increase that dividend. Analyst estimates are up to 8% dividend yield.
So how's the period gone since the end of that reporting year?
Right. We've raised the 44 million pounds. We've deployed 10 million pounds of that into another royalty partner, and also had a fifth royalty partner as well, which was Brown Hills Glass. So we now have 5 royalty partners. We're busy deploying our excess cash, which is 30 million pounds in the market, and once that is fully deployed, then again the operational leverage will try to increase the dividend. We're committed to that, and right now we're one of the top 5% AIM dividend payers. So we want to keep increasing and return those dividends to shareholders.
Let's just take a look at the share price, because it's been an interesting move up in the shares since the IPO listing back mid-early part of last year. You're currently trading, what, 44.5 pence a share. What is this price in?
Sure. We have a lot of cash on our balance sheet and yet to be deployed. And we're very fortunate to have a great list of shareholders. We have Hargreaves Hale, Canaccord. We have BlackRock as a 10% shareholder. We have the Capital Group. We have AXA Investments as well as a 10% shareholder. We have a very strong base of shareholders that have put money to us to invest in this way. And right now we raised 44 million pounds at 44 pence a share just in August. So we're busy deploying that, and you will see as we deploy in that, because we invest and our cash receipts can be 13.5 plus of the money that we invest. Our overheads are very low. We have 8 people in our company, and we do our due diligence, but that is very high operating leverage. As we put that company, that money to work, we will see an increase in our dividend that we're committed to as we go forward.
Do you have any competitors around the corner, do you think? I mean, this is clearly something you think is going to work over here. Where is the competition likely to come from?
Well, we do think that eventually, this is an alternative finance company. So there are other ways of financing your business other than the traditional debt and equity. The way that I have as our chief investment officer, someone that has started 2 other royalty companies. He has 25 years of experience doing this, and that's what the North American model can give you. Startup of this way of investing from people in the UK. It may happen, but we have a really good first mover advantage. And
do you and your colleagues have skin in the game, as they say?
Yes. I'm the single largest personal shareholder. We've invested in every round as a management team. We've started out and have multi-million pounds of investment.
Neil, look, we've got to leave it there, but thanks for joining us. So that's Neil Johnson. He's Chief Executive Officer of Duke Royalty. Subscribe to IG for educational content, company insight, financial analysis and expert commentary.